Time for a twist on an Australian classic. Today I'll be turning something that's traditionally served as a cake and making it into a cookie. If you love chocolate and if you love coconut, you're going to be in hog's heaven. It's time for my Lamington Cookies on the One Pot Chef. Lamington cookies. These are quite easy to make and they're a lot of fun to put together, and it's very simple. All you've got to do is do a bit of melting and a bit of mixing, so not bad. First things first, into our saucepan. I'm using one of my old faithful ones because one of my ones got missing recently. Somebody borrowed it and didn't return it. But first things first, butter. I'm putting 125 grams of unsalted butter in. You don't have to use unsalted, but my rule of thumb is if you're making something sweet, don't put something salty in it unless it tells you to. So 125 grams of butter, 150 grams of dark chocolate. Now, I'm using dark chocolate chips, mainly because it's easier to melt them, but if you've got a block of chocolate, feel free, and feel free to use milk chocolate instead if you're not a fan of dark chocolate. I just prefer to use dark chocolate when cooking. And 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Just pop that straight in. Now all we have to do is, over a low heat, we're going to stir this until it's all melted together and it's nice and smooth and glossy. Well, this is finished melting. I've taken it off the heat and allowed it to cool for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to add our other ingredients. First things first, I'm adding in 1 egg, which I've lightly beaten in a cup. I'm also adding in half a cup of desiccated coconut and 1.5 cups of plain flour, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. And we're just going to mix all of that together until it's nice and combined. Now what we have here is this sort of thick chocolate mud. Now I could eat this just like this on its own, but we must be good little boys and girls. So what we're going to do is put the lid on and pop it in the fridge for about half an hour just to chill. Our mixture's been in the fridge for about half an hour, so I've taken it out. Now I'm going to take fairly generous teaspoonfuls of the mixture. It's kind of like sort of a thick cookie dough type stuff now. And just got to roll it into little balls. Lovely. Just like so. And we're going to roll it in some coconut. I put about a cupful of coconut onto a plate, just like you would rolling it around a real Lamington. So we've got coconut on there, and we're just going to place it on the tray and just give it a little press down. Now these won't actually spread out like actual cookies. They're going to be more like little chocolate nugget type things. They're really quite nice. So do that with the rest. This should make around 30 or 40 roughly. Right, our mixture made about 24 of our little babies. Now they are ready to go into the oven, 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes, or until the coconut on the outside is lightly coloured, lightly toasted sort of colour. So they can go straight into the oven. Once they come out, we're going to let them cool for 5 minutes and we'll be ready to go. And here are our finished Lamington cookies. Now when they came out of the oven, I let them stand on the tray for about 5 minutes and then transferred them onto this wire rack to cool. So they haven't flattened out much as I said they wouldn't. They've just sort of slightly spread, but they've still got that lovely round sort of look to them. So I'm going to try one right now. Yum. As you can see, it's nice and soft and chewy on the inside. We've got that lovely toasted coconut on the outside. Absolutely amazing. So give these a go. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later.